play at that position.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Looking to throw. Frazier. And he's taken down. A cheap sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Looking to throw on second down. Frazier. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40. Second down. It's a gain of 34.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready.
Operating from the gun, Frazier. And caught by Cooper. Touchdown, Broncos. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos are able to move back in front. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now goal for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Mahomes. He's got Mason complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Micah Parsons able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching.
There he goes, right side. Javonte Williams. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Javonte Williams, 78 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Gold to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He finds his man complete. It's Mason. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw on target to James. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Breaks through the contact. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on... Has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Okay,
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Shifts by him.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
Cup 19! Cup 19!
On 1st and 10, Frazier. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Holding, offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Here we go.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Back to throw. Frazier. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Cook. And he'll take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Dalvin Cook. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And now here comes Kansas City.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now 2nd and 5.
At the 21-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On first down, Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Running left to give to Pacheco.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Gets past one man. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him, the mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the 3rd quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to getting the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Gold is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
But first, let's look back to the NFC Championship game held earlier today. And it is the San Francisco 49ers who are heading back to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this AFC Championship game. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before the second half. Which one will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy? To find out, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45. Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it.
The previous play is under review.
And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. On to stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. Fighting through it, he's got space. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he's been able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Ready.
On 1st down, Frazier. He'll dump this off to Cook. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
2nd and 8 at the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
70.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 26.
3rd and 2.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the 2nd half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 2-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Frazier. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they have been dominant in this one. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's Richie James on the return. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
Taking it about the 36.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The pass there complete to Sutton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 39 yards there, a good one.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Oh, able to, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 14 yards.
And the Broncos have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it kept... And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. One play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football.
Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own.
Close to his ass.
red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Mustang 19. Let go.
Throwing on first down. Frazier. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Ready.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for two, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get two. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Micah Parsons, his second sack of the night. This is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. It's taken to the 26. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go.
Throwing to start the drive. Frazier. And he fends him off, eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
On the move to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Off play action. Frazier rolling to his right. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
They're going to try and throw.
Back in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on fourth down.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
To throw on second down, Frazier.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Setting up the screen for Cook. Gets through, and now an opening. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Off the bootleg. Frazier sliding out of the pocket. And caught by Cooper for a Denver touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Gold now out to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
He'll drop this off to Pacheco.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Second and 6 at the 16-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Micah Parsons
Bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Back to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That third down conversion good for 23. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now here's Mahomes.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Flushed out right. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been terrific so far. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Mahomes now to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
That incompletion brings us 1 step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
And he's going to be trapped inside his own 5. A very curious decision to bring that one out.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
In motion right goes Sutton. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it.
Wide open receiver complete.
Inside the 10.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Broncos are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to... passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Gold with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On fourth down on is the punt team sending this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
Denver's offense ready to go again. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50.
Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Broncos continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo. And they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today?
Man. Sorry.
Routes, but all the time they spend in the trenches laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. Pulled in at the 24.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Denver's offense now set to go. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A great play there. 64 yards.
And the Broncos are pouring it on.
And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Gold with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Chiefs 17. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Now their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some.
Yellow.
Mahomes now on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Gould able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That's pulled in at the 32. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
9
Off the play fake. Frazier buying time to his left.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Frazier. This will be caught. Judy. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Cook, they'll try and run it.
And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
2nd and 10.
Hey, 43, 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
And again, it's Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch